friends, and welcome to the 17 Maj of 1997 here in det demokratiska Böhmen. Yes, the 17 Maj is upon us again. Perhaps we shall decrease the amount of 17 Maj just a slight tad, or not. They get real quiet here, the Norwegians. It's very quiet indeed. Hello. And the bridge here is very loud, so you're gonna need to... Yes, there you go. As always, unless otherwise mentioned, when a national anthem is played here in the demokratiska Böhmen, it is performed by the Royal Navy or Army, whatever it is, one of those state bands. I apologize for not having the correct name. I really appreciate the music that you provide and the service and the value. Thank you, United States of America, for your contribution to my Soviet railway, model railway system here. Yes, and what we are following here is the hero train that has saved the day in both the areas that is supplies with food, where there has been great famines. Hamstergrad is one of them, and Hamstergrad and Demokratikraft, the oldest towns that we have. It's the steel industry, and it is the power of the nation, and it's also the oil business of the nation. So it's a heavy toll that this must have taken on our economy, that we've had so few workers available to process the resources that have been so plentiful and available to us. Right, I would suppose that's bad. Yes, and while we're sitting about here watching the trains, maybe we should do a bit of this. Yes, we can hear the crickets apparently for a bit, and the wagons behind us. And I believe that this train has stopped for fuel rather recently and should have that's something else. Cheers for the train and stuff. Yes. No, what day is it? 21st. Okay. You apparently were headed for Yes, this is the meat storage area, of course. Yes, and you actually have distributed quite a bit of meat there. You are for many years this locomotive was, and this train was so underused, but now it is longer, it is better in every way. It is much more effective, and yes, just the fact that It is longer, and the consist, I think, is rather nice with the refrigeration wagon at the end there. And 100 kilometers an hour. It's a rather slightly maybe overpowered engine to the train, but it's nice. I like it. And apparently the only thing here today is trains. The only thing offered is trains and fires apparently. What is on fire this time? Flats in Singapore. Okay. I need to have an eye, keep an eye on these things, because if a place catches fire and there's no firefighters, that may very well destroy a building, and that in turn will most definitely crash the game. Yes. But that was perfectly fine, of course. $1.2 billion independence fund, by the way. And here we see, well, this is a good sign that the people of Svappavaara are good at work. This is Svappavaara, right? No. This is not Svappavaara. This is the coal place. Yes, the backup coal facility, which we could use a few more trains should the situation over in the Mektikkraft again get so bad that people decide to leave, which we would rather hope that they would not. And this, we're going straight through there, and yes, now we're heading in. We have red light apparently, and we're heading in for yes, the second most valuable train in history going by there. It is filled with chemicals as it is heading for the Vraska border, the only train that still heads for that border since the new rail line was built. And who knows, maybe we'll catch a train that heads that way, that heads over by the royal area and everything. Yes. What day is it now? The 25th of May it is. Okay, there are two trains in there, so this may take a little while then, I suppose. But the smoke is pouring out of the chimneys here at the food factory, which is a very good sign. As fire was extinguished. Good. Thank you very much. Right. I suppose that they will be a while in there, right? It would rather appear so. Yes. And it is the 26th of May. And we are hearing the Georgian celebrating the independence from the Russian Empire in 1918. Yes. But my trains are unloading very slowly here. not a whole lot going on for you. You will have to wait here for a while. Oh, I wanted to ride with you along. You know, you were going to all the good places. Yes. I suppose that we could ask one of you to leave. How are you doing? You're all both like, well, bit. Okay. Well, you will cause the least havoc by going out of here. And you also were the most unloaded. Yes. Train micromanagement, as always. Here. Yes, finally we get to move again. Thank you. And there we have a view of going into the cargo station by the food factory with the tower blocks, and the Thranos is towering. Actually towering above us. We see the tower blocks of Thranos towering above us. Some people there are waiting at the bus platform to go to Thranos and hop on a trolley bus and go to the shopping center, most likely. Or maybe even go and get a proper education at the medical university. And apparently now we are full of food. That should mean that we have like 100 tons of food on board here. Does it? Is it working? Yes, 114 tons of food, 24 tons of meat, and 20 tons of alcohol we've got going here at 63 kilometers an hour, right across the rails of the Republic. Wave to the oil train. Hello, oil train. We have a green all the way, even through this choke point. But it works. I haven't had a snarl up at one of these places. Knock on wood, I don't think. However, I am also happy with the roundabout way of solving this situation. 30th of May, det är valborg. Hurra, hurra. Jag ska veta om man ska spela Kungssången eller något, men jag har inte den. Så att det blir inget. Right. Yes, and now we are heading through the woods here. Another train. What are you? You are coming back from the border, probably going to Södertälje or somewhere like that, to get another load of great trucks or buses or buses. No, not and or. It is either or. Yes, certainly either or. And prepare. This may get loud here. It may get loud. Coming out over the bridge. Yes, quite. I think that we could do with a bit louder. Yes. Yes, thank you. That's very nice. The 31st of May. Now, well, today is actually Valborg. Yes. this is rather magnificent. What do I have here? Here is a... where are we? This is a village that this is an experiment that I did. I just powered up a village. I have done nothing else to this village than provide electricity. How are they doing? Okay, they have electricity, but they did not complain about food, even though I do not provide it. So apparently you can light up the little villages without any ill effects, which is a rather nice idea. No, I don't want to do that. I want to keep that around, thank you. I'd rather do this. Yes, and over there in the background we see the capital of Lesje with the 2 television towers. The radio station, you can make out that, yes, and you can also make out in the center between the television stations and the radio station, the cathedral, yes. And since it is the 2nd of June, you're gonna have, yes. Terribly sorry. What the fuck? Sorry, Italy. I'm terribly sorry. I don't know what happened. Yes, I'm terribly sorry there. I'm still working out the kinks and they are rather severe, and we get to listen to this bit again. Hooray. And it is past. This is the thing that we want to hear. And we get a much more appropriate view as well. The nice roundabout and a viaduct as great as could have been built by the Romans. I dare say. And also the old viaduct beneath it, which also might well have been built by the Romans, apparently. It is the 4th of June already. It is tight here. So Italy, you gonna have to because you know we're yes, we have a very loud train. I could get that a bit lower. Will Italy finish before Denmark? Yes, they had time. Sorry about that, Italy. And yes, the 5th of June, Denmark. Jag tänker inte ens försöka mig på att prata danska. I'm not even going to try any Danish. That is a sound, not a language. Yes, and I am perfectly aware of the version of Anthem, national song that I am playing. if you don't hurry up and you didn't make it, I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, but it is the 6th of June and move over Denmark. Flytta på er för fan. With a lot of food and things that are most likely needed. Yes. På minnen från stora dagar då här... Nej, no, I'm not going to sing. Cheers, by the way. Skål, dock. Skål. And it just so happens that it happens to be the same tune that we play on the Royal Bohemia's nationaldag on the 8th of August for some coincidence. It is not the official anthem of my kingdom, but it happens to be played. Now then, it's the 7th. Okay, we're good. It's very tight around there. And Denmark, you have two nationalsånger, and I was hoping I could get both of them in there, but unfortunately, no. We only had time for one of them, and not even the whole one, because for some reason, your nationaldag, you don't have one as we don't as well, of course, as neither does Sweden, really. They may decide whatever they want in the riksdag, but still, it is the svenska flaggans dag, the 6th of June, and we happen to play that Du gamla du fria on that day because it is a lovely song, and we have a lovely flag. That's that. There's really nothing more to it than that. What do we have here? We have a train filled with buses. Ta-da! Glorious buses quietly going past here. Very quietly going past. And it is the 9th of June and the building is on fire, but it is the 9th, and I'm going to play a bit of Åland, something I found here that was quite loud. I'm just gonna... nationalsång. Så att jag hoppas verkligen att vi hinner med, för att om jag måste avbryta för Ryssland så är jag hemskt ledsen. Men jag hoppas att ni förstår. Well, Åland, you are very loud. You are. Let's keep... do you down a little bit just there, or something like that. I think that will suffice. It is a beautiful song though. Perhaps I should listen to it instead of trying to talk rubbish about things.
Ungdomen vår passar träd.
11th of June. I hope you're getting about done here. Well, it may be very close. Yes. But listen to the lyrics. That was certainly beautiful. I don't believe I've heard that before. Jag är hemskt ledsen, Åland, alla åläningars vägnar. Jag tror aldrig jag har hört det nationalsång förut. Det var väldigt fint. But it is the 12th by now. Yes, it is the 12th by now. And of course, that it is a pleasure to bring one of the most fantastic pieces of music. Already it is the 13th. Why do you all have to have them? Why do we all have to have them at the same time? Yes, God save the Queen, indeed. Yes, game. You may come back into the thing here. So we have to stop a lot, but at least we don't have to wait. And most of all, it is working. It is working. Yes, it is working. It is so lovely to have this working. Now then, I think that we have seen enough of this line, and we should head over to stall. Over to stall. Yes. Stall. Really? Stall? What were you planning on doing over in stall? Checking out steel mill? Yes? Anything else? Det vet jag inte. Yes, to catch a train that goes on the Iron Line, of course. Such as this one. Such as this one, in fact. The steel mill is still not back to complete operational efficiency due to the slight lack of workers for the moment. Yes, we're having a coal train wait for us here as we go out underneath a nice bit of bridge connecting the trolley bus of the circle trolley bus that has been there for a long time. And that connects to a ship dock, and there's a boat on the lake. It goes around in a circle. Yes. And it is the 17th of June now, so jag kan ingen isländska alls, men ni förstår säkert ändå. Så hej och nationaldag typ, eller vad det kallas där. Vad det är. Jag vet faktiskt inte. Hurra för Island. Yes, I do know what it is that you celebrate on the 17th of June. And it is of course independence from the Danes, and I very much sympathize by that, having that as a reason to celebrate, and yes. Yeah, no, I do not say that completely, at least. It's all in good fun. What are we having meeting up here, if not one cousin or a sibling of ours even? An identical train, but loaded. How nice. How nice. And the tunnel, those are fun, as always, yes. Now there's so for some reason there's a very intense period of nationaldagar in June there. Apparently Denmark needs to have the day exactly before Sweden, and as a result of that we didn't get to hear both of their anthems. Och de får skylla sig själva helt enkelt, för att de har två och att de har dem för oss. Ja. Right, we are now at the station here, and Should we try and catch another train, perhaps? Is there another train? Yes, of course there is. There should be. We should... if there would be one on the line here heading this way. Here's a train, but that heads down to... Yes, that heads down to Krosna eventually, and the oil refinery, I would suppose. Yes. And yes, it's the Royal Fuel train. Yes. It is. How lovely. It's the royal one. It doesn't look that royal though, I have to admit. But it is something, at least. And for the royal locomotive, we'll have a bit of stock soundtrack here. Since yes, there is such a gap. There are very many holidays there roundabout, and then they tends to. In the list I compiled, I shall add, and the idea started out as some sort of comparing which of the Nordic countries, for example, had the best one. And we have heard now, in order of hearing them, right? Norway's, we have heard one of Denmark's, we have heard Sweden's, and we have heard Iceland. And Finland will be, I'm afraid, we are about half a year away from that. And among the ones that we have heard, Åland was certainly very nice, but Åland is yes, it's very nice. I haven't been there, but I'm sure it's a very perfectly nice place. But it's not really, it's not really a proper country if you can't compare it. Anyway, out of the ones that we have heard, my vote goes for Sweden, Tara och Gamla det fria. And while I'm sitting around here riding my train and pontificating, has anything catastrophe happened? No fires have been. It has been such bad that. Yes, this, by the way, is what is this? This is the Demokratiska Böhmen installment. Pardon. Yes, this is very professional. Indeed, and you can't hit enter here, you have to do that. Yes, that is what you have to do. Hello train, are you coming out of the tunnel soon? There you are. Yes, the royal train, apparently we decided to but there is no, let's never mind that. How are we doing now with power? Are we... I really would like to have a look at the power plants over in... Of course, Demokratikraft. Where else would they be? If not in Demokratikraft. Here they are. Oh, that's not so. That's pretty nice, I would say. And power plants in the sunset, you know. Not so bad. Not so bad. Not so bad at all. And how it would seem like they are doing great. Yes, 20 people working there and 18 people working here. 16 people working here. That's plenty enough. Plenty enough. Awesome. Cheers. So, gently encouraging people to move in here has resolved the situation. And now since the average lifespan is 86 years, this is great. And it was clothing that made them all escape, almost all of them anyway. How are we doing down at the... here we are lacking coal. That means that we are lacking workers here. Yes. That's not good. But there's a bus coming, so not many workers on that one. And yes, they would come from a different area, probably probably maybe here around. And this I have not repopulated. No, I have not. However, how is the oil refinery doing? Not too bad. Did that just even switch off? Yes. It switched off. You don't have any coal. Seriously, you... Yes, now apparently a bus... We cannot have this. We are getting more people in here now, pronto, immediately. Tronos, how are you doing? We have 1,000 people living with their parents. Right here, right next to the school, right next to the administrative center. Yes, we'll have a bit from there, and we will take them out to ship. Move them into here, maybe. Would be a good place to have people available. Yes, it could be. Right, and I would like to do this and this and or should I speed up time? Yes, I can do for a little bit. Just for a little bit here. We need to stay on top of it though. Yes. I was hoping there for a quicker pace of regrowth here. Yes. Det är halta och lytta och det är allt möjligt här. Right. This no, it raises my stress levels to do that. Let's just get them people's ins, here's, or abouts, here's, yes, all over Demokratikraft. And then we shall go. Oh, hello. There you are. You are now rather empty. We will have the next one over then. And teleport back to Demokratikraft, please. Thank you. How about that one? What? No. Why you always have to do the same mistake? Well, because it is what it is. Yes. Now we're putting these people in here. Hello, but you get to live here now. Is it not fun? I think it's great fun for you. You will have a great time living here. still, I would like some more people for all the demokratikraft here. How about you? How about all of you? Maybe most of you, yes, will have as well. We are not that picky here. We'll have a lot of people out of Tranås. Yes. Yes, we'll have. It is now full here. Okay. Let's get more people into the center as well. Right. That will have to suffice for now for moving people around. It's the old bitumen plant still standing here, and the people who they still work there. I haven't told them not to go there to work, so they do. There are people working, but they haven't burned any bitumen here for many years now. I think it was in the 80s that we tried this experiment. But I mean, rather than keeping them out of a job, we can have them keep the lights on here. Or it will do someone somewhere some good. No, well, they will have good. They will have fika. They will have great things to talk about. And they can play football here, and now they can do it without getting poisoned by the heavy fumes coming out of the bitumen plant right next door. Still though, the fumes from the oil refinery and the fumes from the coal power plant right up on the hill there may sway their thoughts. However, I actually don't think that pollution is that bad here, since they have the lifespan is 70. Well, it's not perfect, but it is not bad neither. Now is it? Let's see. Actual pollution. Yes, actual pollution is what you're trying to go for. Actual pollution and actual pollution. Yes. Yeah, it is not that bad. No. Is it anything really that more symbolizes the power of America than coal and oil? Right, especially oil. However, my oil refinery appears to have turned off for some reason. They cannot export bitumen. We cannot have this. We cannot have this. But not whole storage. Oh, that's a bit. Yes. There we go. And you would have to imagine the eagle and the raptors, the F-22s flying past, and everything. But I spilled like 150 tons of bitumen out to the ground there to get smoke coming out of the oil refinery for you on the 4th of July. On the 4th of July, yes. Indeed. Right, are we... no, we aren't. However, we shall find a new train. I wonder what this is that is coming in. It may be the Royal train. We shall find out just after this sip of nutrient. Yes, I'm trying to select the train without having... There it is. I got it. Aha. And you are unloading oil. And that means that you're going to Snotov eventually. You're going to Seigudado train diesel station, then you're going to Tranos train diesel station, then you're going to Snotov, then you're going to Kratchik, oil, fuel, loading, unloading, and then you're coming back here. You are the main line is your thing. That is what you do. That is the main line. From here to, maybe not all the way to Snotov. Should not be called the main line, but not you. That was your friend there who left. Where are you going? You are doing similar, but not the same thing. No, you're not doing this business of bringing oil back. No, you're just... What are you doing here? I think that you would really benefit from having this ticked, when you're at the oil refinery. Because those are finicky, and every little hiccup in production may cause a train to leave the station prematurely. Yes. However, I am not exporting enough bitumen, it would appear. Fuel I seem to be well in balance with, and that may very well be because I have built a few of these things all over the place. No, only two, but still. There we are heading out of Krosna and up the main line. Up the actual main line. This is where all the... That was where all the train depots are located. Up there on the hill there is the oil company headquarters. And up there is the moon. And there's a high voltage power line. Very nice. At least I think so for some reason. I'm glad I double tracked this tunnel so we don't have that bottleneck in there anymore. And yes, we are Army of the People, a Russian march here at. I obviously don't know any Russian, so I have absolutely no idea, but it is rather fitting considering that we are passing by statues of Lenin. I think that this is Soviet era stuff, at least, I'm pretty sure.
Присягу принесли, и в жизни нам дана единственная служба от смерти заслонить грядущей земли. Не зря судеб надеясь надо, не зря нас надеется страна. Священные слова, Москва за нами, мы помним со времен Бородина. всегда присутствуем. Проверить нашу силу, его мы навсегда отучим проверять. Если я судьбе, поверить славя, если я на нас надеюсь слава. Священные слова, Москва за нами, мы помним со времен Бородина. Священные слова, Москва за нами, мы помним со времен Бородина.
Yes, we are army of the people, or something. From some googling, I found that. I'm pretty sure it seemed fine. I'm pretty sure it was allowed for me to use in this fashion, and yes, I enjoyed it. But what do we have here if not a coal train powering by as we are fueling up? No, I think we are depositing fuel at the train diesel station. For future train, for future use. Yes, has there been any fire? Yes, but it has been extinguished. A fire has been extinguished in the grain storage. And yes, I should click that. Yes, we are very well aware the removing of a building at this point when the game has been running for more than 5 minutes, which it certainly has been by now. Destroying a building is a sure way to crash the game. Indeed. And there we see the chemical plant. It is the plume of smoke would suggest that they are doing very well indeed. I think that Thranos was the only town that wasn't struck, and not the only, but one. Thranos and Lesje were completely fine in the big famine. Why are you taking? Okay, you stop. You're depositing fuel here as well. Of course you are. Yes, we get to look at the tower blocks of Thranos then. And it is now the 14th of July. And isn't it very fitting that we're going by the bakery and the distillery or brewery or winery or a brewery? It is a brewery, punkt slut. But yes, it may very well be baguettes that they are baking in there. Sometimes at least they do, I can assure you. France, you have a very lovely national anthem. And the coal train appears to have made it before us. We can have a look at the nice wagon movement through the quite sharp junction here, but yes, I like it this way, that the trains don't slow down for the junctions and everything. That would make the game more boring, simply. It's the same as with pedestrians at the in towns. If vehicles were to stop for pedestrians, that would, I mean, the game wouldn't work even. It would be impossible. You have to imagine that what you're seeing is a representation of what is actually going on, and some detail is of course lost in there. Now we are ending here, and since it has been such a theme song, a theme-ridden episode, and a special one at that, I would even like to call it, since we have listened to all these national hymns. Yes, we shall end by something from the soundtrack here of this very game. Yes, I think that this is rather nice as an exit. This is. Thank you so very much for watching. Good night.